Some romances result in marriage, some end up changing your life forever. Lauren London's tale provided us both. Let's be honest, Lauren London has only shared 2 of her love stories. End of story. 2. Lauren has kept her heart private for almost 3 decades in an industry where some celebrities change partners as often as their haircuts. Everyone thinks they know her love story, though. You'll see why Lil Wayne still considers her one of his most significant people after watching this video. Learn why Nipsey Hussle dubbed her his muse. You'll see how she raised 2 boys from 2 fathers, buried her love in front of the world, and chose grace every day. You'll see why she hasn't let anyone in after all these years. Seat yourself. This story has tragedy, loyalty, motherhood, and an ongoing healing process. Lauren Nicole London was born in December 1984 in Los Angeles before becoming Nu from ATL, or the internet's celebrity crush. She began modeling as a teenager and landed tiny television appearances until her blockbuster performance in ATL with T.I. Most people ignore this. Lauren didn't pursue celebrity for its own sake. Over the years, friends and collaborators have described her as private, grounded, and passionately protective of her personal life, which would define everything that followed. After ATL, Lauren continued her acting career with roles in I Love You, Beth Cooper, and This Christmas, as well as television work that demonstrated her range beyond the cool girl from the city persona she was typecast into. Her breakthrough role wasn't her only one. While the press tried to find out her boyfriend, she discreetly built a profession. You'll note that throughout this video, Lauren has always prioritized her work before her love life, unless necessary. Lauren London had a rule, unlike Hollywood, which gives out relationship dirt like Costco samples. She talked about work all day. Her heart? That was another narrative, trapped behind a door she controlled. Meeting Lil Wayne. The story begins here, earlier than most people realize. Lauren has revealed in interviews that she met Lil Wayne at 15. Both teens were already in the entertainment industry and were friends before dating. From the late 1990s to the 2000s, their relationship was on and off. It wasn't straight. Not a fairy tale. 2 young, prominent people tried to figure out love as the business watched. First, humorous reality of the video. Hollywood relationships survive as long as airport-free Wi-Fi. However, Lauren and Wayne's relationship persisted for over a decade. That's no fling. Yes, history, young love and separation. Lauren and Wayne's relationship became one of hip-hop's silent on-again tales by the mid-2000s, never formally verified or theatrically publicized, simply present in the background of both their lives. Though they were engaged, the relationship didn't end in a wedding. Years later, Lauren clarified that they tried multiple times and failed. No scandal, no villain. Both loved each other but couldn't construct a future. I have to stop and separate fact from fan theory since the internet loves to generate drama where none was established. No dramatic public separation, quarrel, or harsh falling out has been confirmed. Lauren says she respects Wayne, calling him brilliant, loving, and a great friend. Becoming parents September 2009 changed everything. Lauren had her first kid, Cameron Carter, with Lil Wayne. Lauren's journey takes its first major emotional shift here since motherhood didn't just give a title to her name, it changed her life. Lauren subsequently revealed that one of her most damaging assumptions was that her son was the consequence of a casual encounter rather than a long-term partnership. She clearly refuted that notion, proving Cameron stemmed from love, not rumor. Despite Lil Wayne having children with several partners, his kids have grown close over the years, often characterizing each other as family who feel raised under one roof, even though they live in separate families. Teenager Cameron praises his renowned parents for influencing his work ethic and integrity. Lauren and Wayne didn't emotionally close the door. They simply became committed co-parents from romantic partners. And honestly, that alone deserves praise in an industry full of nasty custody battles. Enter Nipsey Hussle here. The story becomes what most people came for. Nipsey Hussle released Crenshaw in 2013 while Lauren was filming The Game. The $100 mixtape was such a bold marketing stunt that Jay-Z reportedly bought some. Lauren wanted copies for her castmates, reached out through a mutual connection, and either Nipsey's team responded or a friend pushed the conversation. Lauren has laughed off the confusion in interviews, saying she did not slide into his DMs and that credit goes to her friend. Either way, the two met at his Los Angeles Crenshaw and Slauson store, where one of hip-hop's most famous love stories began. Celebrity dating rumors travel faster than your overnight package, but this wasn't one. Lauren and Nipsey became engaged within months, and unlike many industry romances, it lasted. This love story inspired millions. By 2016, Lauren and Nipsey had added Cross Ermias Askedum to their blended family, which also included Imani, Cameron's daughter from a previous relationship. Friends and collaborators described Nipsey as a devoted, gentle, deeply present father who drove his daughter to school and prioritized fatherhood over photo ops. Nipsey called Lauren his muse, praising her musical influence on his Grammy-nominated Victory Lap. Lauren in turn revealed she was the uncredited voice heard on the album's title track, recorded while she sat in the studio with Baby Cross. They weren't a perfect, conflict-free couple. They briefly separated in late 2017, with both choosing to prioritize co-parenting during that stretch. But by early 2018, they had reconciled and were seen together publicly again, walking red carpets and courtside seats at Lakers games, like it was second nature. This is the part of the story where things were, for a little while, genuinely beautiful. Two people who found each other through a mixtape had somehow built one of the most solid, respected partnerships in the industry. And if you're new to Lauren London's story, brace yourself, because what happens next is the part that broke the internet's heart. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this story so far, hit subscribe and join the Listowell Uncut family, because we cover the celebrity stories everyone's talking about, but with the details most people miss. The day everything changed. On March 31st, 2019, Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed outside his Marathon clothing store in South Los Angeles. He was 33 years old. There is no version of this chapter that gets to be funny, and it shouldn't be. This was a tragedy that shook not just Lauren's world, but an entire community that Nipsey had spent years trying to rebuild through investment, mentorship, and ownership. Even former President Barack Obama acknowledged Nipsey's community impact in a letter read at his memorial. Lauren spoke at that memorial, though she later admitted she almost couldn't bring herself to go through with it. At one point, telling an interviewer she'd nearly shown up in sweatpants because she didn't have the strength to get dressed for the day. A close friend reportedly encouraged her to show the world what real love and real loss both look like, and somehow, she found the strength to stand up and speak anyway. Healing after loss. In the years since, Lauren has never hidden how hard the grief has been. She's described March as an emotional month every single year, tied permanently to the anniversary of Nipsey's death. She's spoken about being, in her own words, still a mess over the loss, even years later, while also describing herself as more compassionate, more patient, and more spiritually grounded because of what she's survived. Motherhood became her anchor. She's talked openly about doing her own inner healing work alongside her sons, being transparent with them about grief instead of hiding it, and leaning on family, including an uncle who influenced Cameron's early interest in financial literacy, something Nipsey himself had encouraged. And here's something worth sitting with. Cameron, the son from her relationship with Lil Wayne, spoke at Nipsey's memorial as a young child, sharing a dream about seeing Nipsey again. That's not a stepfather, that's family. Full stop. Proof that Lauren didn't just build a relationship with Nipsey, she built an actual family that outlived him. Why Lauren's love story still inspires fans. So why do people still talk about this story, years later? Because Lauren London represents something Hollywood doesn't always get right. The idea that love doesn't have to be loud to be real. She never turned Wayne into a villain. She never turned Nipsey's death into a spectacle. She has consistently drawn a hard line between what's confirmed and what's just internet noise, correcting misconceptions about her sons instead of letting rumors define her family. Fans have pointed to her as a rare example of a public figure who grieved without performing, who co-parented without drama, and who protected her children's privacy fiercely, even while living one of the most publicly documented losses in modern entertainment history. Think about that for a second. Most celebrity breakups get a press release, a sources say article, and a subtweet war that lasts for weeks. Lauren and Wayne's relationship quietly ended and quietly turned into friendship, with zero public mudslinging in either direction. And Lauren's relationship with Nipsey didn't end because of betrayal or scandal. It ended in the most painful way a love story possibly can, and she still chose to honor him instead of disappearing from public life altogether. That's not luck, that's character. What's her life like today? These days, Lauren is still acting. She's set to reprise her breakout role for a long-awaited ATL sequel. And she's still very much a mother first. Cameron is now a teenager who's spoken publicly about how close he remains with his mom, and Cross continues to grow up carrying pieces of his father's spirit and legacy. As for her love life, as of the most recent interviews available, Lauren has said plainly that she isn't chasing another relationship right now, and has described feeling at peace prioritizing her sons, her healing, and her career instead. Now, the internet being the internet, there have been plenty of rumors linking her to various names over the years, but none of them have ever been confirmed by Lauren herself. Until she says otherwise, that's all they are, rumors. Nothing more. Which chapter of Lauren London's journey touched you the most? Let us know in the comments. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, Lauren London's love story isn't really about two men. It's about a woman who loved deeply, lost unimaginably, and somehow kept choosing softness in a world that would have understood if she'd chosen to shut down completely. She gave Cameron a father who remains part of his life. She gave Cross a legacy worth carrying, and she gave herself permission to grieve loudly, heal quietly, and keep going anyway. That's not just a celebrity love story. That's resilience with a name attached to it. Thanks for watching List Owl Uncut. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next celebrity deep dive. Until next time, take care.